Masters table. Masters table.
Master elements.
Masters table. Masters table.
Racism, white supremacy is a dynamic system for the ultimate purpose of white genetic survival on the planet. White supremacy.
You are in an evil system, a system that is designed deliberately to produce evil thoughts, to produce animosity, to produce violence.
Introduction to African civilizations and man-garden civilization.
Masters table. Masters table.
Master elements.
Masters table. Masters table.
Master elements.
We dedicate lives to the study of history.
They didn't tell us that if you give up the man, you're going to take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation.
The right way is clearly distinct from error.
Racism is a competitive relationship between groups of people who are competing for the ownership and control of resources, wealth, and power.
Masters table.
And those Africans have to be organized to fight for their liberation.
GW Apparel, a clothing that speaks. Something for the kings, something for the queens. Visit uptsites.com and use promo code SLDG22 and receive 11% off your order. Peace.
I am a critical thinker, here to bless you with lyrical tinctures. I am the black dot, the point of reference, the metaphysical link to the Moors, the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Incas. I am here to remove the blind spots and clear the view of your spiritual blinker. I am something out of nothing. I am the alchemical bringer of change. My name will continue to linger. I am legend. If consciousness was a game, I would be considered a ringer. I am because we are.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.
Peace, family. What's good? Let me turn this light on. Hold on.
All right, you over there all in the dark.
Peace, family. What's going on? We are back with another episode of Sincere Love, the Godcast. And this is the Black Business Showcase. For those of you that don't know, I am the God Sincere Love. And I am here with my lovely co-host, Nicety Girl. We back with another one. What's going on?
Yes, super excited. You know, Wednesdays are my favorite when we do the Black Business Showcase. I love showcasing these dynamic, Black, beautiful businesses. Family know what's out there, who to support, etc. So yeah, this is my favorite time.
All right, before we get started, let's have a quick word from our sponsor here. Make sure you speak loud and clear to the mic.
Okay. I'm Seven the Super Hey Rule. That's my Instagram name. I got some shirts selling, and book 1 of my series is already out. Seven's Big Move on godcastenterprises.com. Books 2 and 3, as well as an activity book, is coming, and I have an Instagram page, Seven the Super Hey Rule, same thing. And if you have children, then you could teach them all kinds of science, math, all that stuff if you have any kids.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to my Seven. And so, like he said, make sure y'all go to godcastbooks.com or the volume 1 right now of Seven the Super Hey Rule. Make sure you guys are following him on Instagram. He's really trying to get his Instagram followers up. So follow him on Instagram at 7 the Super Heru. And stay tuned for volume 2, 3, and the new activity book that we are feverishly working on as we speak. So that's coming real soon. Any more announcements you want to make before we get started, Nicely Girl? Right, so
Yes, your audio keeps going in and out for some reason. It sounds like you're muted in between. I'm not sure if that's happening when you're hearing me, but it is happening when I'm listening to you.
Nah, you sound fine to me. I don't know what that's about.
Right
Microphone
now is
check.
good.
1, 2. What is this? Microphone check. 1, 2. What is this?
It's
I
fine
could be
now.
good.
I'll let you know if it continues. But
Okay.
yeah, like Seven said, make sure you guys are tapped in with him at Super Heru on Instagram. He's also on Facebook. So make sure you guys are following him. Make sure you're following myself, Nicey Girl with the number 1 on Instagram, Nicey Girl without the 1 on Twitter. And you can find Sincere Love the God on all social media platforms under Sincere Love the God. Make sure you're streaming all his music, the Master's Table, the Master Elements, etc., on all streaming platforms. Just type in his name, Sincere Love the God, or his DJ RP Beats. Make sure you're tapped into the music as well.
Yes, indeed. And let us know if our audio is coming through pretty good. If there's any issues with the audio, please let us know in the chat. But in the meantime, family, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button. Share this out on your social media platforms and let everybody know that we are live with another episode of the Black Business Showcase. Also, if you are not subscribed to us on YouTube, you might be tuning in from Twitter or somewhere else watching on the replay. But make sure that you head on over to YouTube and go to Godcast Enterprises. Hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes of Sincere Love the Godcast. Right? And so, of course, like I said, this is the Black Business Showcase. So we got a couple of dynamic guests in the building with us tonight. Going to be chopping it up with a security firm, another security firm. We had a security firm on recently. Mm-hmm. It's good to know about Black security firms that are out there, so who we know who to lock in with, so we could really be sure, you know, in those situations where we need some protection, we need some security for whatever reason, whatever might be an event or whatever you might be having. We know we got people that we can actually depend on. You know what I'm saying, that we could trust, that we're not going to have to worry about anybody trying to sabotage our event or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to go to the ops to hire security. We got our own security folks out here. So this is good. And this is why we do the Black Business Showcase each and every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific time, to let y'all know the different Black businesses are out there that we need to be supporting. All right. And so tonight we're going to be chopping it up with the brothers from Shield of Valor. And we got the CEO in the building. We got Mr. Jason Lisby. And Jason Lisby is the founder and CEO of the company. He holds a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and psychology. He has worked as an executive protection agent and as a protection specialist in foreign government. He also currently works for a protection specialist for various celebrity clients in the North Valley area. He has received training as a counterintelligence threat analysis, human traffic investigator, and cybersecurity information technology security expert, respectively. And also, we have the COO of the company, Mr. Stephen Pettis. He is the company's co-founder and COO. He is adequately trained at Nagpur Security Academy as a security officer and first aid/CPR and in firearms. Stephen Pettis served in the Marines and holds a Navy Meritorious Unit Commendation Medal and awards in combat action ribbon, among many others. He has experience as a gunner/team leader, marksmanship instructor, and section leader in the U.S. Marine Corps. He received training at FLETC for Dignitary Protection Services and holds a World Protection Specialist certification levels 2 and 3. He currently serves at the U.S. Embassy as well. And so, without further ado, family, I would like to introduce to you our guest for this evening, Brother Jason, Brother Stephen. Welcome to the Godcast, family.
Hey, glad to be on. Glad to be on. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, man. We
Appreciate you
appreciate y'all
guys.
taking the time to be here with us on the Godcast, man. Excited to chop it up with y'all so y'all could break everything down to us and let us know, how people can work with you and things of that nature on both sides, whether they want to hire you or whether they want to get hired by you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about all that. But first and foremost, we got to get into the backgrounds of both of y'all as individuals and then as a team. We'll do it that way. So let's start off with the CEO. Brother Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us your origin story, and then we'll go to Brother Stephen.
All right, no problem. Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? My name is Jason Lisby. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Shield of Valor Executive Protection. I got my start in the Marine Corps as well. That's where Steve and I had met. And just a little bit about myself, served in both the Navy, Marines, and Army. All right. I was what you call a double doc in the Navy, where I provided medical training and medical services to the Marine Corps on Green Side. 8404, baby, there we go. And then also served in the Marine Corps Infantry 0311. All right. Right alongside Steve. And also into the Army as an infantry, but also airborne as well, too. And then I got into psychological operations, military intelligence. And then after that, went back to the Marine Corps and, hey, finished out my 14 years in the military. Then went on to the dignitary side as far as working for a consulate. I'm not going to divulge which one, but it's a couple. So I did dignitary services as well as also working with various celebrities out there that everybody pretty much knows. And from that moment on, went on and got my bachelor's degree and also got my master's as well. I didn't put that in there, but I have my master's as well in forensic psychology and also in counterintelligence threat analysis as well. And Steve and I got together and, hey, we came up with Shield of Valor Executive Protection. It was given to us from the Lord above, hey, Lord, what we're going to call this company? And he said, hey, Shield of Valor. Hey, Shield is your, both offensive and defensive weapon. So we were both in the military. And also we showed a lot of valor on the battlefield as far as service to this country. So we decided to put all that together, put our skill sets together. And, hey, this is what you have before you today, Shield of Valor.
Oh, Brother Stephen.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for coming on the podcast. Just a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in inner city Detroit. I joined the Marine Corps. I was infantry in the Marine Corps. I was 0351 as an anti-tank assaultman. I dealt with demolitions, the small, and the javelin. And I was did multiple combat zones in Iraq, Afghanistan, or whatnot. Then I was a combat marksmanship instructor. That's where myself and Jason met at. We're doing instruction, combat marksman instruction for recruits and Marines and stuff. So shortly after that, I was in the Marine Corps for 10 years. Then after I got out of the Marine Corps, I started getting into the private sector, working for private contracting for the U.S. government, like for DOD, for the Department of Defense and the Department of State. Worked at various embassies around the world, around like in Afghanistan, Iraq, Africa, different countries around the world or whatnot. So when I got back from Afghanistan, just like Jason was saying, because we've been talking about this since about 2015. So when I got back from Afghanistan, we did the whole pullout. I was actually there when that whole situation went down or whatnot. So when I returned back to the United States, myself and Jason, I was like, hey, we got to get this going because there's a lot of things that was going on in the sector with security, especially us Black Americans and stuff like that. So we was like, hey, we want to start our own. So we did the proper things of what we need to do. And here we are today.
Nice. And so how long officially have you guys?
You kind of went out just a little bit.
I'm sorry. How long have you guys been officially a business operating fully as a business?
For about 3 years now.
Yep.
Nice.
For about
So
3
it's a
years now.
baby.
It's a baby.
Yeah. We
We
just
are a
started.
baby.
It's still a
Yes.
baby.
Yeah.
Especially jumping through hoops, you know what I'm saying, as far as who we are, jumping
Right.
through a lot of hoops and everything, and having to deal with our counterparts, usurping, so to speak, most of the clientele that we could get, and having some people try to come along and try to take the company as well too. So we got some hurdles that we had to go through as far as being young Black businessmen.
Yeah, I
So.
want you guys to talk about that. Some of the challenges that you face just getting off the ground, like you said, especially as Black Americans and all of that in this industry.
Right. Well, Steve, you want to take this one, man?
No, you go ahead.
All right. So, basically, we had a couple of unsavory characters that wanted to take the company from us. Being that they felt like they had more experience than we did as far as the business is concerned, and in this security sector, and not knowing and not understanding where we're coming from as being entrepreneurs. So they felt the need to want to offer us to give them 51% of our company, and we sitting up here like, wait a minute, what you talking about, man? You wasn't here when this inception. You wasn't there when we were talking about this in 2015.
Right.
You wasn't there when we sitting up here going through all of these hurdles with all of these other cats and all these other people, that were trying to make themselves feel more important than what they really were, and keeping us under their thumb, so to speak. So, hey, we were like, look, we sick and tired of this mess, man. I'm tired of getting scraps. I'm tired of getting that, leftover change that you throwing at me or whatever, knowing the skill set that I have, and you're not paying me for it. So Steve and I got together and we were like, this is not what we're going to do with our people. We're going to make sure our people know that this is a family company. First of all, veteran-owned company, but this is a family company. Your family comes first. Whatever you're dealing with, we're going to be there right with you, take care of it. A lot of people don't really like that. A lot of people don't really want to stand behind something like that. No, it's all about self these days. So we're not a self type of company. We're all about your family. If you got something going on, we're going to try to do everything in our power to make sure that you're able to take care of your family because of the hurdles that we went through. And then some of the things that we dealt with, like when we'll get onto that later on as far as the trafficking is concerned, that hits home for both Steve and I. So
yeah.
We're gonna talk about that later, but right now this is more important, like for all young, if you're looking and you're listening, all young Black entrepreneurs out there, you stay the course. Keep your feet straight and keep it on the narrow path that you got going on, because it's gonna pan out, it's gonna work out for you. Trust me. It's gonna work out. It's gonna be some hurdles, but hey, keep that faith.
Yes, sir. Steven, anything you want to add to that?
Oh no, you pretty much said everything. Just a little bit to add. Like you say, we had a few people try to take the company from us or whatnot. Then also try to undermine us because starting off, especially as young Black men, starting off or whatnot, they were trying to take advantage of us because we're starting off as a Black-owned Black American company or whatnot. So we had to jump through some hurdles on that point, but we got through it, and now we are moving forward with things.
Now, the hurdles that you guys had to jump through, was that for like licensing and things like that? Because I know it's a lot of red tape that can happen, and especially when firearms as well, especially when you're Black, specifically Black American, and you're trying to get into the firearm business as well. I know that it can be, there's here in California, the only Black-owned firearm store here is Redstone, so
It's Redstone,
figure.
that's the only one. That is the only one.
The only one
out here in California.
Where you guys based?
Go ahead.
Where you guys based at?
Nevada, California, and Texas.
Nevada, California, and Texas.
Yeah, our headquarters is here in Nevada, and we can operate in California and Texas as well.
Okay. So what does the team look like? You guys got a team with you besides you two?
We got a really great team. We have of course, Steve and I, co-founders, and then we have our other business partner, Lionel Clemens, who's at work right now. So that's why he couldn't be on the podcast right now. Shout out to
Lionel.
You know what
Shout
I'm
out to
saying?
Ronnie.
Shout out to L, man. That's L Boogie. That's the man right there. Helped me down when I was going through a lot. So hey, shout out to my boy L. And then we have who's our director of operations. Then we have another director of operations for Texas, and we have a regional manager in Texas as well. Our CFO is in Texas, and we have our finance, our finance manager, Kumi Stevens. Shout out to you, Air Force all day.
Yeah.
But we know we about to get into that later and mess with her about being in the Air Force, but there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, we have we got a solid team. And the
Nice.
teams that we're building, as far as the security teams, we're looking for people who have a heart. If you have a heart, if you're not in it for the pay, we're going to pay you well. But if you're
Right.
not, you know what I'm saying, you're not in it for the pay and you in it just because you want to see somebody get home to their family, hey, we want you. We
Yeah.
want you. We need you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead,
Yeah.
Steve.
I was going to say, yeah, to add to that, we're definitely looking for personnel, especially our people as well, that have the skill sets. And even if they don't have the skill sets, we're looking to train them. Because also what we're
Train.
doing as well, we're building a training facility out here. We're going to be building our own executive protection
Right.
ranges, the whole 9 yards. What you're going to be doing for executive protection, defensive driving, all that kind of stuff. So we're in the works of doing that right now.
Right.
So let people know how to contact you guys. If anybody is interested.
All right, you can
And send
contact
their
us at.
resumes. Where are they sending?
All right, you can send your resume to shieldofvalorep.com and just submit your resume. We'll look it over. We'll get in touch with you, and hey, you got what it takes. We'll hire you. Make sure that you have, if you can, make sure that you have any type of background as far as security is concerned. Whether you have your guard card, whether you have a firearm license, anything. If you need that, we can help you get it as well. We can help
Did
you
you
get it.
mean,
Nice.
did you mean at Gmail, not .com, right? Did you mean?
Oh, it's no, it's shieldofvalorep.com. Yes.
Yeah, they could go on the
That's our own
website.
website. You can
And
send
then
that.
also, if they want, they could email us at Valor VALOR Elite ELITE 21 at gmail.com. They can submit their resumes there as well.
Okay. So through the website,
And this is for armed
shieldofvalor.com.
and unarmed.
Armed and unarmed.
Yep.
Yeah, if you a
Shieldofvalor.
chauffeur, we want you to, you know what I'm saying? If you're a chauffeur, send your resume too, because we do have a vehicle division as well, as far as transporting. We'll be transporting our clients. So, hey,
Yeah.
you got a chauffeur's background. We'll teach you how to be an executive protection specialist along with your chauffeur's license. So,
Yeah, another thing too we're going to be doing with the company is we're going to be doing community, the public service for the community. We're going to
Public
have
safety.
a public safety division, patrol division, especially particularly for that's one of the things we're looking to set up in Texas right now. In Temple, Texas, actually, our brother Tony.
Tony
He's
Johnson.
he's
That's
our
our
regional
regional
manager
manager.
over there.
That's our regional manager.
Temple. Yeah, so like we setting up some things as far as patrol operations out there. We're getting all that in the works. So if you're in Temple, Texas, or just the Texas area, Temple, Texas, and Texarkana. Those are the areas that we're actually looking to
That's
operate.
my family hometown.
Okay.
Oh, Texarkana?
Texarkana is where my family's from.
All right, that's what's up.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let us find out you related to our CFO.
Right. Let us find out.
So I met this one. But, you guys, man, with such extensive backgrounds that you have, you guys, specialize in all these different things, which qualifies you to be in the business that you're in. Like, just listening to you guys, like, okay, these guys are definitely within their purpose. But how do you prepare as an entrepreneur to make that transition to understanding business, how to just set it up, and then how to run it and scale it and all of that stuff? Like, where do you get that education from, I guess?
Okay, you can say basically OJT. All the people that we worked with, all the people is plus schooling as well too, because we have a background in business education as well. So we do know the ins and outs of business and how people can be shady and all that other stuff, but also watching people as well too. And then you look at all the successful businesses that have made it, and you actually glean from the CEO, glean from the presidents, the board of directors, you know what I'm saying? And you listen to them and look at the ins and outs, the ups and downs, and then you adapt. That's what we did in the military, in the Marine Corps especially. Improvise, overcome, and adapt. We improvised our time, we adapted to our time, and then we overcame all the obstacles and hurdles. And we still got a couple that we're going through because as far as getting like the big grants and all this other stuff, there's some hurdles.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? It's some hurdles. Especially being African American now. And please don't take this the wrong way, Winston Lady. You guys have more a chance of getting money than we do as men. Women have a better chance of getting finances and grants more than the men do. So we have to adjust fire, so to speak, as far as, okay, this is what we got going on here. This is what we're dealing with now. Since they said no here, how can we look at this no and turn it into a next opportunity? Because that's what no means to me. Next opportunity. You know, so there's another opportunity in getting financing. There's another opportunity in getting all the resources that we need to be of service to those who are inquiring about, you know, our skill sets. So.
Yeah. And to add what he was saying, just like, you know, he's saying OJT, you know, working in the private sector and also going to school in the business, some business as well. But in the private sector, hey, you gotta be on, I want to say on point, especially in the private security doing, especially working overseas. A lot of, when I got out of the Marine Corps, a lot of my jobs were overseas in Afghanistan. I worked in Afghanistan for about 7 years, and then other countries as well. So you have to, you know, start learning on an independent mindset, especially even as an entrepreneur, because working with those companies, you got to know, because sometimes the contract it goes belly up, and you got to know where, you know, the next job coming from and stuff. So you kind of, like you said, get into know on the experience on the job or whatnot. And so that was one of the things as far as me, like you said, using my experience, because as an entrepreneur, a lot of the skill sets you have on the operational part, you know, whatever field you in, you kind of know what it takes, especially if you've been like a supervisor or even upper supervisor or whatnot on a job. You know how the ground operations work. It's just the other half is on the business side of things, on putting the contracts together, getting clients, et cetera, you know, learning those ropes or whatnot. So yeah, it's definitely a different experience, but hey, we were doing this for our people, you know, because one of the things, like when I was over there in Afghanistan, I seen a lot of stuff that was going on, and you know, when I've been through training and all this other kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah, this is, you know, they, you know, like I was told in the training, like, hey, before you pull that trigger, you better make sure you have a lawyer for every round that you pull. So all this stuff that we're seeing with our people is like, yo, we want to start protecting our communities and stuff or whatnot. You know, that's why part of what we started this.
And no time like the present, you know, to me, you know, with everything that we're seeing, you know, that's going on with, you know, our brothers and our sisters being killed inside their homes for no apparent reason and things like that. There's no, you know, time like now, you know, to get our people properly trained. And like you said, to be put in positions where we're able to, you know, protect our own communities, police our own communities the best that we could, you know, with the resources and the people that we have on the ground. So I like where this is going so far.
And also you have to develop a thick skin too, as well, too. You know, I like to tell all my counterparts, I'm not my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? You wanna test me. I'm not my ancestors. Don't feel like I'm gonna we shall overcome this.
I'm about to say, yeah, you talking about the John Lewis.
Right. I'm not about to
you talking about the Coon class.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not my ancestors. You know, I got my ancestors in me, but I'm not my ancestors. You won't say something. You gonna say something. I'm gonna say something back. It's gonna be intelligent, but I'm gonna say something back. You're not gonna like it, but I'm gonna say something back. And if you cross that threshold that I got, it will be unto you. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
So I was looking through the website as well, and I see, in addition to the protective services and all of that, you guys do like investigations, like background checks and stuff like that. Also, talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
All right. You want to take that one, Steve?
No, you go ahead. You go ahead and take that one.
You muted.
Bro,
you
something.
Oh no, you muted. But yeah, you go ahead, man. You can take that one, bro.
All right. As far as our investigations are concerned, we also are private investigators as well. All right, and as far as private investigation is concerned, we don't really want to touch too much on it because we want to keep a level of anonymity for what we're getting ready to say. We also deal with human trafficking. All right.
Okay, let's talk about that.
So we want to leave it just a little bit to the imagination on what we do.
And we don't want to get too much on YouTube anyway. Certain words that get flagged.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. We want to give too much away, but as far as that's concerned, that is, like I was saying earlier, that is a special place in my heart as well as Steve's for what we saw overseas and what we had to deal with our own war coming home. Because I had my own war to deal with when I got home, and it was concerning my daughter.
Wow.
Let's just say that as a father who's very overprotective, anybody that comes to me and tells me my daughter is going through this, I'm going to take that to heart. I'm going to take it to heart, and I'm going to do it. My team is going to do everything we're going to do to get her back. And whoever did it, God help you. Simple as that. I don't like traffickers. I don't like anybody that harms anybody that is weaker than them. That's why we are a shield. That's why we become shields. That's why we are who we are today. Because we're sick and tired. What happened to, and shout out to Miss, what was her name, who lost her son in Florida? What was that?
I know. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to her.
What's his name? Roger.
Roger.
Yeah.
Yes. The mother of Roger. Shout out to you, ma'am. You have our deepest condolences. Semper Fi to a fallen brother. That's all I gotta say. And this is why we are who we are today, because of things like that.
Yeah.
It was senseless. It was uncalled for, and that was an execution, if you ask me. But we're not gonna go into that. We're not gonna go into that. You asked me a question as far as background investigation. If someone is, doing something that they don't have any business doing, we're going to investigate that. We also deal with cyber crimes as well too.
Yeah, I was going there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we also deal with cyber crimes as well too. So our cyber security division, it's gonna really, really get into some things. We're hoping that we don't get any backlash for this or anything like that, but. Cyber crimes, yeah, you have cyber financial crimes. We're going to deal with that as well too. So
I was a victim twice. Excuse me. I was a victim of cyber financial crime 2 times during I think it was Christmas time or something. Literally, it happened 2 weeks later. Got my account, account numbers changed and everything, and it happened again. Right. Literally with a whole new account like 2 weeks later. I was like, what the hell? And I don't know how it's happening. These people are very sophisticated.
Well, very sophisticated. That's why if you're out, make sure that you get something that is RFID compatible, or not compatible, but protects your all of your credit cards, your bank statements, your what is that? Social security card, all of that stuff. Make sure that you have a wallet that combats that or protects against that, because sometimes people have a scanner in their pocket.
Right.
Sometimes
sometimes
they use the scanners. They have a makeshift scanner that looks like you punching in, the codes or whatever. But that's something. Hey, they could just pull that off. Boom, put it in their pocket and walk off. Make sure that you are on vigilant, and that's one thing that we teach too. We teach everyone how to be vigilant in dealing with their daily life affairs. Young ladies, we definitely have a human trafficking prevention program within our nonprofit that we have, as well as the for-profit Shield of Valor. We can also train you to be aware. We can train you to get away out of the situation and protect yourself, because we are both self-defense instructors as well too. So
yes,
I was just gonna say that because I have a
yeah,
sister here in Long Beach. I don't know if you've seen her, Zahalia from Raw Life Self
yes,
Defense, but she
yes,
dope sister. That is my
very dope,
family right
very
there.
dope
And
sister. I give her,
yeah,
hey, shout
yeah,
out to you, Miss Legacy.
yeah.
Shout out to you,
yeah.
because
Hey,
So
she
let me
good.
know
she's
if
on
y'all
it.
need her. Yeah.
She's on it. She's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely, like you said, we got it actually, particularly for, especially even executive protection. We're going to be, looking for a woman as well for
Right.
executive protection.
Oh.
So,
Exactly. To fill those
whether,
spots.
yeah,
Exactly.
if you got the experience, self defense or whatever, if you don't have the experience, like I
We'll
said,
train you.
we
We'll
can train
train you to
you
have
at that point.
it.
Well,
So,
she also does security detail, by the way. So, obviously
Okay.
she's a,
okay,
martial artist, but she also does security details on, on the side too. So definitely I can link you guys if you need me to.
Hey, dude, let's do it. Let's
All
do it.
awesome,
right.
awesome.
That's the family.
That's
God,
family, yes.
right there. But yeah, man. So you guys, the business, to be so young is pretty well fleshed out, and you guys got a nice team, and you offer an abundance of services. Some of them are pretty self-explanatory. But I'd like y'all to break some of them down. What exactly it is that you do. So we know social functions, corporate events, um,
Okay.
diplomatic security, things of that nature. But talk about like covert executive protection. What does that entail?
All right. Covert executive protection. That's basically you're blending in with your principal. So no one knows that you're actually their protection. All right. And the way it's set up, all right, you're in plain clothes just like they are. But there are different teams that are in place to make sure and ensure that your principal gets from point A to point B and get home safely. There are different techniques and different maneuvers that we use as far as moving with our client. That's what's called moving with your principal. So when you move with your principal, you have vehicle, all right, you have your staging area, you have risk assessment, threat analysis, risk management, and also logistics are involved. So basically what we're saying is that when you're in executive protection, you're not only a babysitter, but you are the liaison between them and their, how should we say it, them and their place of business, wherever they're getting ready to go stay in. As far as a hotel, you coordinate with the hotel security as well. You develop different areas and means for them to get out of their hotel room to their vehicle, to their venue, back to the plane, home. And it's all counterintuitive as well too. So you basically have to think outside the box. Okay, what will happen if this goes on? And, just to give you a brief background, executive protection comes from the Secret Service. All right. So whatever you see the Secret Service are doing with the president or any dignitary, that's what anybody in an executive protection specialist is doing the same exact thing. Now everybody says, "Oh, you're a bodyguard." No,
I was going to say, how does that differ
not a
from
bodyguard.
Correct. That's totally different.
A difference. There's a difference.
Yeah, totally different, man. I'm glad you asked the question, man.
All right. So
you go ahead, Jason. I was going to say, with bodyguard is more so close protection, right? Not discouraging anyone that's in that field or whatnot.
No,
but executive protection is a higher level of bodyguard. Executive protection is more prevention. It's a lot of things that we do behind the scenes to get move client from point A to point B or whatnot. So it's prevention that executive protection does. Like you said, you do threat analysis or reconnaissance. You send personnel out. You go, reconnaissance the area, see where the threat level's at, et cetera, et cetera. You come back, do your report. There's some other things that we do behind the scenes, especially on the cyber side or whatnot. intelligence gathering. All that kind of stuff comes into. That's a little bit more behind the scenes, but
Right.
So it's a lot of stuff that we do behind the scenes before we move our principal or the clientele out for point A, or getting ready for an event, or moving from point A to point B. Bodyguard, they're more reactive. They react.
Okay.
Executive protection does prevention.
Right.
Now, when you're, I guess, doing executive protection to a high profile, they have to go through a training with you guys as well in order to know what it is that they need to do. Okay.
Okay. What we do when we have a high profile, high threat client, all right, and that's what we call HTW, high threat net worth client. So what we do is we tell them this is the initial security package that you have for what you need on this day, what you need for your estate, what you need for your family. If you're getting ready to travel, this is all, like he said, reconnaissance, threat levels, well, you name it. It's all going into this package for them to make sure and ensure that they get home safely. We even coordinate. This is the funny part. We even coordinate with anybody who have pets, to where even their pets are safe. All right, this is because they Snooky and Pookie and all of them might want to go get their hair did or something like that. We gotta do it for even them. That's why I'm laughing, because it's
It's that serious.
it's a serious matter. Like Steve said, bodyguards, and not to sit up there and negate from their skill sets or whatever, but like he said, bodyguards are reactive. Executive protection is proactive. We prevent the threat from happening. All right. Prime example. If you ever seen Man on Fire with Denzel Washington, that's your example of executive protection right there.
There you go. Okay.
All right. For bodyguard, look, I'm going to say this right now, but anybody who's in
Kevin Costner.
I'm talking about anybody in a rap game or something like that. And no offense to you, my brother Sincere, but anybody in a rap game, if you see all them big burly dudes around them, that's
a bodyguard.
Yeah,
that's a bodyguard.
Another example is executive protection. If you ever see the movie Sicario,
yes,
that is another.
That's another example.
Example of executive protection.
Yeah. Speaking of rappers, Drake, I think you need executive protection if you chose to be
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I'll add our brothers, Drake. Man,
I'm glad he's good right now.
Gotta come to LA. We want you to be safe, brother. We want you to be safe.
Yes.
Deal the Valor.
K Dot is he on point, man. That's my dude, K Dot.
Yeah, K Dot. He's on point, man.
Y'all got K Dot, right? Which one of y'all was Team Drake and which one of y'all was Team K Dot?
Oh no, I'm Team K Dot.
Hey, I'm Team K Dot. I'm sorry, Drake.
Ain't nobody fessing up against Team Drake.
Man, come on. I'm Team K Dot all day. Hey,
all day.
All day. That's it.
So, is there something different or unique about enterprise security?
No, enterprise security is basically it's like if you have your like your executives or your corporations or whatnot. It's the same thing. Have you ever heard of concierge security?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what enterprise security will fall under, as far as protecting the company assets, protecting all of the the facilities or whatnot. That's what that will be. Enterprise security is also the same as concierge security as well.
Got it.
Yeah, speaking of that, that's another part why we started the business actually to help protect Black-owned businesses, because we introduced this to the Black community as a higher echelon, especially as Black business personnel, because there's all kind of things that come, kidnapping, ransoms, and more money. We already got a big target on our back, right? So when you have that money, it's even a bigger target or whatnot. So we're introducing it to to our community to help to protect our Black business owners.
Right.
And we are also open to other people as well, but we want to make sure our people is taken care of as well as much as everyone else. Protect those executives, the Black business owners, and whatnot, because the higher the net worth you are, the more you're prone to kidnap and ransoms and everything else. So that's another thing that we help prevent, kidnap and ransoms as business personnel, especially both men and women, especially as women. And that kind of goes into the human trafficking part, but we want to introduce this industry that to our people as well.
We need y'all at the Hidden History Museum.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go.
No,
Hey, let's
seriously,
do it.
no, it's because it's been vandalized, a few times since being there. What, a year, little over a year. It's been vandalized several times, and obviously there's the monthly events and things like that. So we need some of this at the Hidden History Museum just to stop these vandals, from trying to sabotage another, Black-owned, business, and not just a Black-owned business, but a Black-owned museum, a Black museum in the heart of, South Central Los Angeles, right? And it's needed for our communities. And they have been really, really happy that it's there because it has brought more business, to their businesses, and a few of those businesses being Black businesses. But, unfortunately, it has been targeted, by vandals.
Wow. Okay, well, hey, if you get them in touch, they can get in touch with us. Hey, we'll definitely sit down with a consultation.
I'm going to definitely send him your information.
Yeah.
I'm sending it in a minute.
Uh-oh.
Let me grab my iPad.
You guys mentioned a couple of times that you do also train people as well. People don't necessarily have to be already qualified, that you can get them qualified if they want to tap in with y'all. And I see that you guys also do like CPR, AED, basic life support, all of those type of, you can get people certified in those, right?
Yes, sir. We are actually instructors as well too. We're certified instructors to where we can certify someone to be a card carrier as well. And also another thing,
I need that.
For if you can get about 15 people, hey,
we can get a class going, and we can set it up.
Let's get a class going. Also, we have what's called TCCC, which is Technical Combat Casualty Care, and that's for those who are getting into executive protection. We can train you on how to, God forbid, sew up someone. Stop bleeding. If it's arterial bleed, or if it's a gunshot, if it's a stab wound, we can teach you how to patch that up and be able to move your client on, or your team member. So we can train in that too.
So
Stop the bleed training.
Stop the bleed training. Yep.
Yeah, it's more so like a just think of it like a triage.
Yeah, like a triage.
A field medic triage. That's what to summarize it, but it's a lot more to it. But that we can certify personnel into that.
All right, man. That stuff is needed, man. That stuff is definitely needed. So y'all on the money with everything that you guys are offering with the company. So let's transition into the nonprofit.
Okay, this is this is what we want to talk about right now. Our young men and young women need us. Steve, you can take this, bro, because that's our executive director right there. That's our executive director right there.
Go ahead, Steve. Steve keep passing the rock. You want
passing the baton?
Trying to be shy.
He ain't shy nothing. He ain't nowhere near shy, man. You better talk.
Yeah, to elaborate on that, what our nonprofit is, Valor Elite Youth Enrichment Foundation, and one of the things that we're going to be doing is working with the trouble at-risk youth. We're going to, one of the programs that we're starting up is called Warrior Scholar Gentlemen. We have the warrior aspect of it, where we're going to get instill the warrior principles might give, especially particularly our young men, the mindset of a warrior.
Mhm.
And they're gonna have to do a rite of passage before they even go on to the next evolution. So it's going to that's going to be more so kind of like with pseudo military point, not kind of like in your face, but it's going to have some structure to it or whatnot. And then on our scholar part, we want to introduce the the kids to the like entrepreneurs, doctors, lawyers, have them as mentors, have like more sort of apprenticeship program, and then also on the gentleman aspect of things, proper etiquette, teaching young men as far as how to treat a young woman properly,
Yeah.
for the young women or
Right.
whatnot.
And
So
also emotional intelligence on how to
yeah,
handle arguments, critical thinking when you're dealing
Mm.
with certain
Yes.
things, thinking outside the box, not just boxed in, but thinking outside the box. As gentlemen, you can respect the young lady. There's nothing wrong with being different. Pull your
Mm-hmm.
pants up when she walk in the door. Take your hat off. Offer her your seat. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody say old fashioned is out there, but no, it's not.
It
No, it's
ain't.
not. I'm still
No, it's
old
not.
fashioned. I'm
Mm-mm.
still gonna open the
No.
door for my lady. I'm still gonna sit up there and pull out her chair. I'm gonna stand up when she get ready to go
Right.
to the bathroom when we at a restaurant or something like that, and wait till she comes to sit back down. I don't care if somebody look at me if I'm stupid. So what? That's my queen. You got a
That's
problem with
right.
it? Hey, talk to God about that. And my uncles and my dad. So who cares what you talking about? But we want to get the young men to that point where they're leaders again, because there's so much that's going on right now where young men are coddled. Young men are made soft right now. And that's bad for the progression and thriving of,
The black man.
you know what I'm
Amen. Y'all
saying?
see my shirts I got out there. Make masculinity great again.
Exactly.
yeah, and
Make
also
masculinity great again.
Amen.
Hello?
Amen.
yes, ma'am. And
Yes, ma'am.
also, we're going to have a program for the women as
For
well.
the young ladies too.
And we want the woman to be part of that. We're getting, as far as that program, we're structure it, but we want women's, I can't tell a woman
Input.
how to be a woman.
Yeah, I
So
can't I can't do that.
Right.
but
Right.
we want on the woman's side, as far as the woman, teaching them how to recognize a gentleman and how to treat that gentleman or whatnot. So, we're going to be looking for mentors for that program. So
Yeah.
Right.
both
Well, I'm
male
a
and
proud pick me.
You
I'm a
said
proud
what
pick
you
me
say,
girl.
sincere?
I get called a
female.
pick me all the time and I own it. I wear it with honor, period. So I'm a proud pick me. We're gonna bring some femininity back into it. So if you guys need me, I'm here as well.
Hey,
most definitely,
most
most
definitely.
definitely.
Most definitely. What'd you say, brother sincere?
Yeah,
You had
no,
said something, man.
I was gonna say, we can't teach them how to be a woman, but we could let them know what men are looking for. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Exactly. Yep.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can let them know the expectations that real men have when it comes to, courting and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
so that's
Most
that
definitely.
all of that would be valuable. But speaking of all of that training that you guys are talking about, I know I think both of y'all, maybe one of y'all, was tuned in last week when we was talking to the brother Tone, right?
Right. We both were.
Oh
We
yeah,
both were.
we both
Yeah.
were.
We both
Yeah,
were.
so I was saying I'm trying to get this think tank together. I'm working with a couple of educators out here who is trying to put something together for some of the at risk youth. So I would like to get you guys, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of that think tank too, if possible, just where we can just exchange advice and give pointers on, what's working with what you're doing on your side, so we can implement that into the program that we got and vice versa.
Hey,
Oh,
we're on
most
board,
definitely.
brother. If you need us, we're on board.
We're
I'll
on
give you
board.
my number personally.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I need. That's what I need. We got to get that together for sure. All right, let me share this onto the screen. Hopefully it doesn't.
Share the website. And I have a question. Where is your vision for your businesses over the next 5 years? I know it's still a baby, but what's your vision for over the next 5 years?
Over the next 5 years, we want to be able to have um, 2 training facilities, 2 relocation facilities, and we also want to be able to, for everybody to see that, hey, we're not just talk. We're not just talk. We're about this. This is something that's very, very prevalent. And we want to work with everybody, not just our own. We want to work with everybody. But we want our own to see that, hey, it's possible no matter what you went through. And I don't have a perfect background. I'll be the first one to say that. I don't have a perfect background. After I got out of the military, I went through hell to try and get my life back. I just got my life back last year. He knows because he was there with me during all the bull.
Yeah.
When I say lost everything I worked hard for, I mean it. Lost everything, including my children. I lost. And that's one of the one things. But I'm back. And I'm about to show everybody that thought that I wasn't going to be back. Hey, thank you for what you did. This is why you don't count
people out.
Yeah, don't count me out.
Anyone out. The same thing that'll make you laugh or make you cry in the end. So
Right.
Yep. So yeah, to add to that, what Jason said, most definitely, we want to.
There we go.
Yeah, there it is. Our nonprofit right there.
There we go. That's a nonprofit. That's what we got going on in this camp.
That's the camp we're going to be doing. I'll let you elaborate on that, Jason.
All right, we're partnering with MAMA, Movement of Morning Mothers Association, and this is a nonprofit that is geared toward helping families who have dealt with gun violence and trauma. All right, and we partner with them every year. Matter of fact, this is my wife's nonprofit, so we are doing a combat. Last year we had to escape the instructor, so we used water guns on our kids and we taught them land navigation and CPR. This year we're going to teach them how to, like the TCCC that we were talking about, like how to patch up a compound fracture, sucking chest wound, or a stab wound or something like that, but in a combat setting. But we're going to be at a paintball course, so it's going to be like they're in combat and they're going to have to fight their way out of a combat situation against myself, Steve, and a couple of other. We were trying to get the Marine Corps involved, but we were still waiting on that. But
very dope.
Yeah,
very dope, man. And so
that's
this is
dope.
the page.
That's dope.
This is the page where y'all could donate.
Yeah, this is the page where you can donate.
And I dropped the link inside the chat. What's the actual website?
Our actual website, you can go to Shield of Valor Executive Protection. Shield of Valor EP.com. But also this will, as far as our link is concerned, is linked to the website, ValorElite21 at gmail.com.
So it's there.
Yeah, it's there. So, it's definitely one of the things that we're going to be doing. Like I said, what Combat Day, that's going to be fun part with the paintball.
Yeah.
Our brother Tony, he's looking to come. Shout out to brother Tony.
Shout out to brother Tony because he's going to join us. Tony's going to join us.
Yeah. So like,
Tony's going to be out here to join us.
Yeah. He shout out to that brother. Me and Tony, we connect or whatnot, and he actually been working with us for a couple of years now, and he allowed us to utilize his house of resources when we initially first started, because we're trying to connect with people to do certain things, and brother Tony, he looked out for us. So I want to give a shout out to brother Tony Johnson.
Shout out to brother Tony.
He's definitely a good brother.
That's what's up, man.
Solid brother. That's a solid brother right there. So
yeah.
And so this
L
is
Boogie. That's L.
ShieldofValorEP.com. This is where you guys can go to see the services that are offered. This is where you could go to submit your what do you call it?
Resume.
Your resume. Your resume. And also so there's a link on here for the donation link.
The donation link was on the flyer that you just showed before, and what the proceeds will come directly to the to our business account. That's what it's going to go to.
Yeah.
Oh, he's showing all the pictures.
Love
Yeah,
it.
that's me when I was in Afghanistan.
Look at my boy. Yeah.
I gotta link y'all with. You guys know him, probably possibly Body by O. He's based out in Dallas, Texas. He's also ex-military, firearms instructor. He does security as well, executive security as well. But he's
Okay.
based out in Dallas, Texas. I've worked out with he and his wife several times as far as gun training. I like to shoot, so I've worked out with
Okay.
him and his wife several times. And yeah, wild guy, but about his business, I would love to link you guys with him as well for the Texas location. Never know what you guys can build.
Hey, let's go and do it.
Yeah, it's going to
Let's
do it.
go
That'd
and
be
do it.
great.
Let's do it.
Definitely open to working with people, training our people and whatnot. That would be great.
Oh, my old days. Oh, shoot. I was in that. Boy, I remember where. I'm not going to tell you where that's at. But I was overseas in that one. That's me in the back.
I see you.
Young as hell.
No, they're trying to hide.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, that's what the Black Business Showcase is all about. This is why we do this, to connect folks, you know what I mean, to let everybody know who's out there that we need to be supporting and whatnot. And so, yeah, this is why we do what we do, man. So again, definitely appreciate you, brothers, for being here tonight. And so as we start to wind things down, we got a couple of more questions for you guys. So Nicety girl, make it do what it do.
And I'm gonna ask you. It doesn't matter which one answers first, but I want both of you to answer the question. What does freedom
Steven got to answer
and
first.
power mean to you? Yeah, Steven, you're first.
Okay.
I'm singling you out.
Okay.
What does freedom and power-
You said what was the question again, Mel?
What does freedom and power mean to you?
Oh man. So freedom, I want to say to do whatever you want, but you also have to have the power. And to get that power, it comes from one of the things I look at it as entrepreneurship, to have the freedom to what you want to do, because you have the economical means, and then also, hey, I want to say when you get into that position and you become well established, hey, you got the power, right? So you have the resources to do what you need to do. So yeah, that's what it means to me.
Yes, indeed. Brother
All
Joe,
right.
same question for you.
And Jason?
Same question for me. Freedom is seeing my people get back to where we used to be as a people. Take our place back as royalty that we are. You know what I'm saying? That's freedom right there for me. And the power in doing so and is the encouraging. That's power for me, to encourage my people to get back to where we used to be. You know what I'm saying? If we're in a position to help you get there, we're going to definitely see you do it. If you surpass us, I don't care. As long as you're free in doing what you feel is best, especially like Steve said, entrepreneurship, that's freedom right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a powerful freedom right there. When you sitting up there and you can give back to your community, you can actually be the lender and not the borrower. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can sit up there and you're saying, look, I'm gonna pay you what you worth, not what I feel you should have, but I'm gonna pay you what you worth. That's powerful to me. You know what I'm saying?
Without restraints.
With no restraints. So that's right. That's what it means to me.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
All right. And so, Steven, now Steven, I'm gonna put you on the Summer Jam screen first.
You've been singled out, bro.
Roger that. Hey.
Yeah, bro. Had to get you, bro. Had to get you, man.
Hey, put me on. Hey, we're like glad to be on the Summer Jam, I guess.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So look, you got the microphone now. You got the bullhorn. The entire Black community is listening. And we want to know what parting words you would like to leave us with tonight.
For first and foremost, I would like to thank you guys for having us on your podcast. Nothing but good times and good people. And I would like to leave with these words. Just like my brother Jason has said, that's one of the things that we're about. Our company, that's what we started, to give back to our people. We want to put our people in the position to, like you said, what they worth, because that's what we're about. We want to empower our people, protect our community, or whatnot. So this is part of the reason why we started this. And if whether you, even if you're not there yet, there you can get there. There's what I'm saying, there's it's a little bit of struggle, but hey, you can get there or whatnot. And we looking to help our people to get to that point. So hey, that's what we're about. Now that I'll leave on that note.
Appreciate that. Jason, so
Big J, go on, Big J.
The whole community is listening.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Parting words.
No problem. I appreciate you, Sincere and Miss Nicey. I appreciate you guys for having us on today.
Thank you.
Man, for everybody that's watching, to answer that, your life's GPS is going to take you where, God already knew where you're going to end up at. The GPS of life is just going, hey, you just got to go through it. Whatever hurdles you get to, jump over them. If you got a beautiful, you have a beautiful support system, use them as your stepping stones to get over those hurdles. Don't negate from who you are, who they are, and where you come from as far as your strength is concerned. Don't negate from that. You got strength, and you got people out there that will help you maintain your strength and encourage you to keep maintaining your strength. So just, hey, whatever hurdle you get to, use your support system to get over that. You gonna succeed, and hey, we gonna succeed. So,
yes, sir. Salute. Appreciate you, brothers, man.
I
appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you too, sister. Appreciate you.
Yes,
thank you. Appreciate you guys. I still will try to link you guys up with the Hell Yeah, as well as Body by O Tactical out in Texas. So one here in LA and then one in Texas. So I'll definitely do my best to link you guys and see what magic y'all can come up with together.
No problem.
Most definitely.
Read my sheet also.
I did already reached out to him.
I'm doing everything.
Okay.
I actually,
yeah.
When I was in Afghanistan, we was doing the thing for the museum. I was part of the whole package deal. I sent my money over to the brother.
Oh, you were?
Nice.
Yeah, I want to see.
I'm gonna let him know that.
Yeah, so I like to see our people succeed. So
right.
Nice.
I'm
That's
definitely gonna let him know that you are definitely a donor for the museum. Appreciate that. We love the museum. I've been there, since the beginning when it opened. I haven't missed an event there yet, and I don't plan on it. As you guys know, he is premiering film project next Thursday. Microphone Check out in Beverly Hills. I'll be there in several states. I know Chicago. Texas, Georgia, Detroit. So it's kind of all over the place. But yeah, I'll be there. Maybe I'll see Jason there and your family. And I don't know if he's doing a premiere in Nevada though.
I don't know. I'm from Detroit, so that's where I was born and raised. I was born and raised. In Detroit.
That's where he was born too, right?
D-Town.
Yeah. I went to Detroit public schools my whole life.
Shout out to Crown 808.
I was on the west side of Detroit.
Yes, indeed. I see a lot of y'all piled up in here as we getting ready to close out.
Yeah.
Hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share this out on your social media platforms so that folks can catch us on the replay. This was a great episode, chopping it up with the brothers of Shield of Valor. Also, if you're not already subscribed to us, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, especially on the Godcast Enterprises channel over here on YouTube. I know some of y'all are tuning in from Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter. Some of y'all might be watching the replay on Facebook or whatever, but definitely you want to head over to YouTube, go to Godcast Enterprises, subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you could be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes. This is the Black Business Showcase, family. We do this every Wednesday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, where we bring on business owners and entrepreneurs and we chop up some good game just like we did here tonight. Also, Sundays, we got our program where we cover current events and talk about important issues as they pertain to Black society. And that's on Sundays, usually around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's that, 3 p.m. Pacific Time?
3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
3 p.m. over there in Cali. And yeah, so you guys want to definitely stay tapped in for that. Follow me. I'm at Sincere Love the God on all social media platforms. Make sure you guys are following my co-host at Nicety Girl with the number 1 on Instagram and without the number 1 on
Twitter.
Known as Twitter. You guys on social media?
Yes,
Shout
we
out
are.
to social media.
So on X, we are Shield of Valor, Shield_of_Valor on X.
Follow there.
All right. We're also on Shield of Valor Executive Protection on Facebook. We're also Valor Elite Youth Enrichment Foundation on Facebook. You can find us there. And please don't go after the one who got just the symbol and the logo on there. That's not us. We're the one that has the background with the training facility on there.
Look,
that's us.
Follow me so I can follow y'all back.
All right, no problem, brother. Got you, man.
Yeah, we already follow you, brother.
We already follow you. Yeah, we
Yeah.
already follow you. Shield of Valor, we already follow you.
I'm following you on
like
X
something,
right now.
like whatever my most recent thing, so I can know it's y'all and I can
Roger
follow
that.
you guys back.
Got you, fam.
I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in with us tonight. That does it for tonight's episode of the Black Business Showcase. Always remember, family, we are not the master teachers, but we are the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. That being said, we are out of here. See y'all in a couple days. Peace. And Black love.
Peace.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.